best to survive. But I won't go down without a fight. Speed says I'm going 110. Over the hill and I can see the end. Yes, I got free time in my headlights, and I got puss in the rear view. I won't go down without a fight. They'll never catch me alive. Now while I've got her on my side, just around there to survive. But I won't go down without a fight. No.
Alrighty.
tight, wearing those bricks, no looking back. Time love me around the town again. Like on a run, it ain't so far. Leaving the last till the day is done. Cowboy rides off the wind, like dust in the wind. 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 Notice my baby was gone. Woke up this morning, notice my baby was gone. Now I'm stuck here wondering, yeah, she's gone. There's a note on the pillow, said I ain't coming back. Babe, so I ain't coming back. No, I'm so still wanting I should do something like that. Ready upstairs, man? All right. Couldn't give you everything, babe. Lord knows I believe I tried. Couldn't give you everything, babe. Lord knows I believe I tried. Now I'm stuck here with the heartache. No one to hold me at night. Couldn't give you everything once again. You know I believe I tried. Tried to give you everything I have, baby. Lord knows I believe I tried. Now I'm stuck here with the heartache, and nothing to ease my pain. know that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to move on, babe. You know that's what I'm trying to do. I just can't get you off my mind, baby. I'm still stuck in loving you. Loving you's all I do. don't make it right. Goes down high. You never feel it, no one ever forgot. Some girl fast and talks real slow. It's the girls even when it's low. Lord, and she hits her when she's sweet. Yeah, she's always been a friend to me. Like down to the bottom, I'll have another bottle. Dance the night away with misery. When she smooths it goes down road, I can never get enough. There's no coming out of her trance. Puts those records on and off again. Good and she bitter and she's sweet. Yeah, she's always been a friend to me. Down to the bottom, grab another bottle. Dance the night away with misery. Always been no friend to me. Down to the bottom, grab another bottle. Dance the night away with misery. One time. Lord, is she bitter when she's sweet? Yeah, she's always been no friend to me. Down to the bottom, grab another bottle. Dance the night away with misery.
everybody? We're back with another episode of RiverScum. Today we are missing our friends of Scum City, but that is okay. We're here with a great band, Will Woodford and the Doubleshot. And today with us we have...
Will Woodford, vocals, guitar.
Travis Metter, I play the drums.
John Nash, bass.
Awesome. Well, welcome you guys. Again, thank you for being here. It's really cool you made the trip. And yeah, we're really stoked y'all are here. Awesome. Well, we got a couple questions for you today. First one is a little more current, I guess. Just wondering, like, do you guys do Spotify?
I'm not gonna lie, I use YouTube Music for everything.
Word.
Okay.
My wife bought a Spotify Premium.
Yeah.
Never touch it.
That's
Really?
all right, yeah.
YouTube Music,
Never.
got it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
What about you guys?
I'm an Apple Music guy.
All
Okay.
right.
Nice,
all
nice.
right.
I pay for both.
Pay for
Pay for
both.
both. Dang.
He's
This man
dedicated.
is a music lover. Okay. Cool. How do you think that has... Because we're all old enough to remember, like, other forms of getting music, right? Like CDs, whatever. How do you think, like, this on-demand style of music has changed your either music listening experience or, like, the industry as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, there's goods and bads of it. The music shop I work at, we talk about this all the time. Specifically a reference like when Lars Ulrich got after it, was it LimeWire or something?
Yeah.
For obviously the distribution of their music. It's great because it publicizes it a little bit better. I mean, everybody gets to listen to it, but because of that, everybody can copy it. Everybody can, you don't get paid as much. Not saying guys back then got paid even more than we do, but
Right.
it's a different dynamic that I think this time period we're all trying to work through because no one knows how to navigate it. Because we all got in a really good rhythm of write songs, play them live, record an album, tour with it, and then now it's like everything's shaking up. So we're starting to get into a groove of it. In the next 10 years, you'll start to see it.
Awesome.
Process it refined a whole lot more. But
Awesome.
yeah, just trying to navigate that.
Okay. You said the next 10 years?
Yeah, I think in the
Awesome.
next like 10 years, not specifically for us, but I think just like the music, music in general. I think you'll start seeing people refine the process of like how to get. People are getting better with like TikTok and Instagram and all other forms of social media. So you'll start seeing people push out more and more music, and it'll be a better, more refined process of publicizing it and getting it to the listener. So because like there are phenomenal bands everywhere,
Right.
and like you never hear about them. So I think people are going to get a lot better at that.
I think like one of the good things about today's sort of setup is like it's kind of open game for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't necessarily have to be signed or anything to get radio plays or streams or whatever. You can just do it all yourself. And I think that's like levels the playing field in a way. But I also think there's still ways for like, I don't know, the dirty record dealers or whatever to get their hands on it and kind of manipulate it a certain way. But I think I don't know. I think it's good and bad, like what you're saying, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's awesome as well. Back in like 1830s, 1840s, if you wanted to play any kind of music, you had to work for a church. You didn't play music otherwise. Like Beethoven, Bach, all those guys.
Right.
They all worked for the church. That's how they got the access to composing music and composing, using a full orchestra. I mean, we're not a full orchestra, but we get more of it. Then you start to see 1850s furniture companies start building like pianos.
Yeah.
Martin starts making guitars, 1833.
Nice.
So everybody like Chopin and all the way to like Rachmaninoff, they all get their hands on pianos, and
Right.
then there's like this explosion of industrial music. And now we're kind of in that second explosion where everybody has the ability to record their own stuff.
Oh man, that's a really good point.
Before you had to like prove yourself, and it could take forever, and you still might not get anything just to get into a studio.
Yeah.
And now you can buy your own studio.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like this place is awesome, and
Thank
so things that like it's just everybody trying to navigate what to do at this time. But
For sure. Awesome. Dang, well, that's some really good points there. Where are you guys from?
So the band kind of comes out of between Alta Vista, Virginia, and Lynchburg.
Yeah.
I think time stands still right there, and like it goes 30 years in the past.
Dude, we started this in Lynchburg, and there's a reason we're in Richmond now.
I love it down there because it's like it is its own little thing. Like there's stuff to love about it and stuff to not love about it, but it's where I grew up. I've lived in the same house my entire life, and
Dang.
I mean, right there. So
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think we just got Crocs down there. Even as far as music goes, Alta Vista, there is no music.
Really?
Nothing.
Wow.
No, there's
No
one
scene at all?
No, nothing.
Really?
There's one place that might have us play later next year, but I mean, if we want to do anything, it's in Lynchburg.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the Lynchburg scene, I absolutely love those guys over there. It's mainly all like grunge and alternative based.
Yeah, for sure.
And we don't really play that stuff.
Yeah.
We do a bunch of covers and stuff like that. We play a bunch of Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and
Sure.
stuff like that. But that's not really our thing for music. So coming up here to Richmond is definitely going to be something on our targeted list for 2024.
Excellent. Yeah, there's a lot of really great places to play here in town, and the genres are really diverse here. I get what you mean about Lynchburg. It's awesome, but there is it's pretty dense with grunge music and stuff, and it's a little harder to find places to play in general there. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see you guys play up here more. It'll be cool.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys are a big deal.
John did a great. This is John's second time ever playing with us.
Oh,
It was
really?
at
Yeah,
practice the
Wow.
other day.
You would have never noticed.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Good
Heck
guy.
yeah.
That was perfect.
From Vermont, if you didn't know.
Vermont. Nice. Awesome. So what are your guys' goals for 2024?
2020. We started February 2023.
Yeah.
My goal for us that year, or it's still same year. The
Right.
goal was kind of get us, a little bit more pushed, a little bit more publicized. I had never played music live, or I'd never played music outside of churches and
Yeah.
small friend groups. I definitely never paid for money. I didn't know people got paid to do that.
Yeah.
But
Game changer when you found out, right?
we made like $18 our first show with like $3 ticket
Yeah.
sales, and
Nice.
I was like, this is nice.
That's
But
cool.
but yeah, so it was trying to just get us pushed and more out there. Where we are with the Lynchburg area, it being a little more dense with grunge music, that's no problem. Is getting from here to Roanoke and Richmond and kind of building our following here within this triangle.
That's
From there, pushing out, going more up north, going more out towards the Tennessee area.
Yeah.
Maybe some at Virginia Beach. I can't stand that place, but
Yeah.
from there, I love you. But
Barrett, just to make.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, so the goals for 2024, it's still kind of along the same lines, but it's to get more refined stuff. He's an awesome sound engineer,
Hell yeah.
and I've done small recordings and stuff with other people with him. So the next thing is to get us get like an EP formed.
Awesome. Thank you.
To get that pushed, get that out there, and then basically using us playing shows all next summer and all into the later of 2024, pushing those originals and getting more followers, learning some new stuff, being more gelled as a group.
Yeah.
But 2024 I think is going to be a really big year for us.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to do a lot of traveling, which is awesome. That's good. I think that's a pit that a lot of local bands will fall into, is they become the local band by just sticking in their one town and just playing those couple venues or whatever, doing the circuit, which is great. It's a lot of fun. But I think, what you guys have in mind and what you're doing is really important. Playing out, spread the fan base for sure. It's really cool to go to a show, see a band you've never heard of, and go home and look up their stuff right away. So I think that's great. Awesome, y'all.
Yeah, seriously. So John, tell me about what it was like first picking up the bass. What did you experience? What made you gravitate to bass guitar?
So my dad's a truck driver, and he got me into this bass player named Les Claypool.
Oh yeah, big fan of Les Claypool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He met him because he was on a show for somebody.
Nice.
Anyways, I loved his. I fell right in love with his bass playing, but I didn't pick up a bass for 10 years after I found him out.
Yeah.
When I came to college here,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started playing because I was bored. Sports were done. And so just started playing at college, and then just kept playing.
Okay, so you were playing sports too?
In
the
high
off-season?
school, I was,
Okay,
dude.
gotcha.
But then I stopped playing sports and I looked for something else, and I found music.
That's
nice. Good choice, by the way.
He plays bass too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
That's sick. And Travis, where'd you get your inspiration for learning how to play the drums? What did you do to start?
So
was that like?
when I was in, I guess it was 4th grade or something like that, we had a steel drum band come to the elementary school I was in, and they packed the gym out, and it was loud, and it was just crazy. And so it was very much a Margaritaville in a little elementary school gym. But it was a promo for their education department for their, I don't know, academy, however they want to say it. But I picked up playing in their band and kind of made my way up through the ranks and played in the rhythm section for the lower band. And just from there, it kind of took off. My sister, she's 5 years older than me. She was in marching band a lot, and so
That's a big.
I would hang out with her and always go to like Hell Week in the high school with the drum line and hang out with them. And it was kind of cool. A couple years, I could convince them to keep an extra snare in the stands, and I go play some cadences or with them a couple times. It was pretty neat that way.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a really formative thing, marching band.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Makes good drummers too, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It's very technical.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than, there's guys that I played with. You get a bunch of guys in a garage with a kit and like, yeah, I kind of learned on Rock Band. I'm like, oh no, this may not go the way you think it's going to be.
There's a little bit more to it, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's awesome. And where do you draw inspiration now? Like, as far as other artists that you listen to, is there anyone in particular?
Not really. I kind of just vibe with whatever's good.
Yeah.
But,
you know what you like?
Dennis from Jared James Nichols,
Nice.
his drummer's really good. And then, Will always says that I remind him a lot of Ginger Baker from Cream.
Nice.
And
I can see that,
I love listening to his stuff because it was kind of revolutionary for the time. Because a lot of people were just doing a lot of 4 on the floor rock beat kind of things, but he's really bringing the toms out and trying to do a little more accented stuff and trying to fill that space. Being a 3-piece, it's kind of important to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's cool. It makes you sound bigger as a band too, like when you're playing live, and people love that. I mean, it's fun to play that way too. So
Yeah.
that's cool, man. Awesome. Will, what made you pick up the guitar, man, and start to sing?
Guitar. I would say I started playing guitar when I was 6.
Yeah.
My mom used to work at a consignment shop in Alta Vista.
Yeah.
After school, didn't have money for a babysitter, so I went over there and hung out all the time.
Nice.
And someone dropped off like a little first act guitar, so I started playing with that after school. It probably sounded horrible, but I mean, I was messing around with it. And my mom worked with this lady, and her husband was in a bunch of bands throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s, and he had no idea how to talk to a kid. But
Oh, jeez.
he brought me a box of VHS tapes one day, and it was like Kansas and the Outlaws and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But my favorite one, it's super stereotypical for a white kid, especially if he likes blues, is I found Steve Ray Vaughan at El Macabo.
Yeah.
And he had the whole thing on tape, and I wore that thing out. It's somewhere in my house now, but I watched that, and I kept playing, and my family, my family's very southern, so their favorite things are like Skinner and Molly Hatchet and stuff like that. So I grew up listening to that stuff. So I really like groovy rock music from like the 60s, 70s. But then I started finding guys like I had like a big stint where I had like Megadeth and like Anthrax were the greatest thing ever. I think everybody has that. And and then honestly, it's like it went completely cyclical because it started out with like Steve Ray Vaughan and Albert King and Freddie King, T-Bone Walker, and then straight to metal music, and then it went back around. I was like, oh no, I actually love these guys. I listened to a lot of Albert King and stuff like that. But those guys made me pick up guitar and keep going. It's one of the only things I stayed really consistent with. I think everybody does it, but I picked up in phases, and I played sports all through elementary, middle, and high school, and but guitar was always there, and so I really enjoyed it. So.
Awesome. That's awesome. What do you think the best advice you've ever gotten is, like in either music or just in general?
Oh, jeez.
Think on it. It's all right.
Open question.
I was with that song. The song your dad always played.
Don't repeat any of those lyrics, but I know the song.
What is it? Can't be that bad.
It's something like 100 Things Every Man Ought to Know, and it's like it's horrible stuff.
Yeah, look that up later. It's fun.
All right.
It's
like
fun.
Johnny Paycheck stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember who this guy is. Though.
He's like specifically a comedian. Like music is his thing, but he's specifically just a comedian.
He would get
I remember his
canceled
name
today.
though. Very much. Dude,
He would
super
not
fun
be able to get away with it today. But it's very fun.
Best advice ever. Or, well, two things. One, the guy, I had a buddy in middle school. I met him. I was like 12. He was a year older than me. His dad used to play and open up for bands with like Molly Hatchet. Now I'm thinking
Nice.
of it. All those guys. He had pictures all over his house. The first time I ever went up to his house, it's a trailer. So you have like one bedroom on one end and one on the other, and the entire middle part is open.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have a TV. It was a couch, gigantic drum set. Like the thing was
Yeah.
massive, like full double bass, everything.
Nice.
Like 2 JCM 800 stacks, and so I went over there to play with him. And I didn't know anything about scales or solos and stuff. I was just playing riffs and stuff. And I was playing with him one day, and he showed me like a pentatonic scale, like everybody learns. And I was playing with him, and the advice he gave me, because I would play, and if I messed up, I would stop and I would start back over. And he was like, if you mess up, everybody knows you messed up. Just keep pushing, keep playing.
Yeah.
Figure it out from there. And then guys like, I got into jazz, and that's essentially jazz is just falling with a lot of grace. It's,
Yeah.
but guys like Pat Metheny and Victor Wooten especially. I remember
Yeah,
seeing that.
Victor Wooten.
I remember seeing that thing he did with that guy Tyler from like the Music Is Win or something at the NAMM show.
Okay.
And he was like, you can never play a wrong note. Watch. And he played like every single wrong note, and he made the other guy playing guitar sound just awful.
Yeah.
Like, it was like he was playing all the wrong notes, and he's like, it doesn't matter. And I was like, you really find out like when you see the videos. I play a lot of wrong notes, but as long as you know how to like manipulate them, then it's fine.
Yeah. Keep the momentum. I think
Yeah.
that's important with it. Awesome. Where have you guys performed? Has it mostly been Lynchburg so far?
Mostly Lynchburg. We love playing the Coffee Pot in Roanoke.
Oh yeah, nice. I've
That
heard good
place
things
is
about
fun.
that place.
It's so cool because you get up on stage and they got all these flyers from all these like artists because they've been open since like I think the late '60s, early '70s.
Oh wow.
So there is a photo in there if I'm correct. The Allman Brothers stopped in there.
Oh wow. Nice.
It's huge.
Joe Bonamassa that was a frequent stop for him.
Really?
So
Wow.
but if you ever go in there, it's like they still allow smoking inside, and it's literally
Just let
like
it go.
playing in a log cabin. But
Yeah.
it's something I love playing there, and it's a long gig. It's a 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. gig.
Holy smokes! Just one band? Or-
We've done 2 bands there before, but
Yeah.
the last time we were there was last Saturday, and we were like, "Nah, we'll just do the 4 hours." And so we
Wow.
played. We did it.
The marathon.
We got to like
That is a
12.
marathon.
We got to like
and a half.
12:45, and I was like, "Just play Voodoo Child, and we'll sail it out."
Yeah.
I know. I think we played Mississippi Queen to go out,
Nice,
but we were
yeah.
like, "Let's just make it a 9-minute version and call it." But
Yeah.
no, other than that, Lynchburg. We've played. Oh crap! What is that place? We played the Stadium Inn one time with Hateful
Cool.
Bones. We played.
Big Lick.
We played Big Lick. That was a fun gig.
Madison House.
Played the Madison House a couple times. Met Exhale there.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Nice.
awesome.
They
Uh,
very much are.
Dude, yeah, they're super nice. Thomas is awesome. Love that
Yeah.
guy. But he, oh crap. We played up on Smith Mountain Lake too.
Yeah.
Got to play in or we got selected to play a Battle of the Bands thing up there.
Oh,
And
nice.
That was so much fun. They had the best sound crew I've ever seen.
Nice.
And I was like, the stage, it was the hottest day of the summer. It was like 101 degrees.
Oh, man.
They had no fan
Tough
up
day.
on the stage, and it was boxed in. So I mean, like the strings on the guitar were completely corroded. I pulled it out the next day and like they all snapped.
God.
But that was a fun gig. But
Yeah.
this is our first time playing in Richmond.
Yeah.
But we really want to get out here because I have a bunch of buddies that go to VCU.
Yeah.
And they tell me how much the music scene is like coming from Lynchburg to Richmond. They say it's so much better.
Oh yeah.
More prominent,
Yeah.
I think.
For sure. Awesome. Do y'all have anything coming up that you like to plug or talk about?
Coming up, honestly, this airs when? January?
Yeah, this will be
Cool.
January.
Okay, so January. So nothing yet.
Uh-huh.
We want. We're gonna take this time period from now up until about beginning of February.
Yeah.
To kind of get because this is John's second time playing with us.
Yeah.
To get him up to date on all the songs we play,
For
and
sure,
style
yeah.
and stuff, kind of just blend well together as a group.
Yeah,
And then
that's-
starting late February, we're gonna start hitting the Lynchburg, Roanoke, Richmond circuit again.
Yeah.
And just trying to hit it more up here and kind of more out in Roanoke. We've kind of
Yeah.
played most of all the places you can play in Lynchburg.
Yeah. I got you.
It's cool. I have one more question. What is your writing process like, and have you guys written together at all? I know it's your second time playing, but has anything come out of that, and when is that expected to kind of take place?
So I've done all of our writing so far.
Yeah.
The goal with the writing process, I kind of like to do things in stages, or break it down systematically. The first thought was, okay, well, we want an album. Well, how long do you want the album? And some of my favorite albums ever are like 6 songs, and some of them are like 30. And I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
pick a number in the middle. So I was like, come up with like at least 10 to 12 songs that kind of showcase the band's abilities, and that being the ability being, I've heard some of my favorite albums ever are bands that they try to, or especially a lot of new local bands trying to find their niche.
Yeah.
Is they're playing over here, and then they're playing one genre here, switch to the next one.
Yeah.
And it's great because you get to hear everybody's talents and abilities, but it's so all over the place you get whiplash.
Right.
And then there's other bands like you heard of Airborne? Their
I don't
one
think so.
niche is playing like they still play with like 8 full stats on stage.
Jeez.
The dude's nuts, and it sounds like it's the cheesiest lyrics ever, but it's straight like AC/DC copy.
Yeah.
And I love the energy that those guys have, but it is 12 to 15 songs of the same thing. You feel like it's beating into you. So when it came to our writing process, I have a lot of inspirations from blues and rock music, but I also I've studied jazz music in college, specifically like gypsy jazz music. And
Yeah.
a lot of like Cuban swing music and stuff like
Nice,
that.
that's really cool.
So implementing all that kind of stuff, and a lot of the songs you hear, we're playing blues music, but I'll go on like diminished runs. I love classical music.
Yeah.
Part of our set usually is I'll play like these guys are getting in the water or something. I'll play like Flight of the Bumblebee or
Yeah.
Caprice 24 by Paganini. It's one of my favorites.
Dang.
That's amazing.
But it's rough. Thank you, distortion. But no, it's so the goal of our writing process so far for the album is to kind of have a focal point of this is our sound, but play around it, so it's not out of the ordinary to hear a song that's like, kind of a Stairway to Heaven-esque, where it's like it's more of an epic with no choruses. And
Yeah.
on the next one, have like the first 2 songs you hear we recorded tonight. I wrote those lyrics. I wrote them to kind of not fill a space. They need to tell some kind of story, but so they're not nonsense, but they're kind of just 3-minute songs, 3 to 4 minute songs you can like headbang to in the car.
Yeah.
And so playing those, and then playing songs like the slow blues when we played tonight. Not a thing wrong. That the target of that one is to actually sit and listen and enjoy the song. And
Yeah.
a big Black Sabbath fan too. So the last one you heard, "Dance of Misery," which is the awful title of the song. I had nothing else to name it. But that one, that one's kind of Black Sabbath-esque, kind of like the Sabotage album and
For sure.
stuff like that. But yeah, so it's the writing process is to hit one point, but in several different aspects.
Yeah.
Very cool. And for you guys, like participating in that, like what's it like, finding the part, figuring out, practicing, things like that?
It's kind of interesting. He doesn't speak drummer very well.
It's a different language in some
Yeah,
ways.
he's like, hey, try to do that one thing John Bonham did and this, that, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I'll probably do something completely different. He's like, yeah, that sounds great.
Sends a song and a timestamp.
Yeah.
Hey, this Phil right here.
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really chill. He's very much open to whatever we feel like fits.
Nice.
And it's I don't think we've ever had a disagreement over a part or anything.
Thank you.
So it's really laid back, kind of a family style.
Yeah.
And writing something, parts and all that.
Nice.
Awesome. John, you haven't got ready to do any of it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you write it all, like anything, personally?
Yeah. I've written a bunch of songs before.
Oh,
That's
heck
cool.
yeah.
And what kind
Nice.
of what style is that?
Progressive rock.
Progressive
Nice.
rock. Very
What's
cool.
like what's your favorite or favorite 2 if you had to,
Favorite 2 band?
like prog band that you
Prog
kind of
bands?
maybe draw
Definitely
inspiration?
Definitely yes.
Okay, yeah.
They're my favorite band ever.
Nice.
Nice.
And then number 2, prog, probably like Pink Floyd
Okay, yeah.
or King Crimson.
Yeah, King Crimson is sick. They've got so much, dude.
That's awesome.
It's good. Nice.
That's dope.
Awesome. If you guys could share the stage with anybody, like either open for another band, like anybody, who would it be?
Oh, anybody?
Yeah, and I want to hear everybody.
I think I got an email in my drafts heading to Jerry James Nichols. I love that dude.
Yeah.
I love that dude. I'm not taking credit for it, but I got to meet him, and he was like, "Dude, let me see your boots." And I wear these things everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I showed him the brand and everything. Like the next 2 weeks, he's debuting a new guitar, and like his whole thing now is a snake skin. And I was like,
Really?
What?
Dang,
that was
man.
cool.
Represent,
But yeah, not taking credit for that. He can think on his own. But no, definitely Jared James Nichols. Honestly, I don't want to, like, if it's a dream matchup, I don't
Yeah.
want to open for anybody like any of the big like huge name guys we know, like
yeah.
Metallica and stuff. Because we're gonna be the band that like everybody's like, oh, we can go to the bathroom now, and like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna be
understand
there.
that, yeah.
But no, as far as local bands though, we got to open for SAO. Those guys are phenomenal.
We're
to work
playing a
with.
show with them right after this.
They're really,
actually,
they're really
yeah.
fun. They're really nice to work with. Also,
Yeah.
locally, if you ever get the chance to play with the Jangles out of Lynchburg,
Yeah.
so professional.
Really?
Love those guys.
Nice. They have a studio as well, I
They
believe,
do
right? Yeah.
Pioneer House.
Yeah,
they
that's
record
cool.
everything old school. Like they got like
Okay.
a whole tape.
Yeah.
So they're like, hold on, stop, and then cut it, and go back.
Jeez.
Oh, dude, that's huge.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They stopped by
That's really
the
huge.
music store I work at, Lynchburg Music, and they were
Oh, yeah?
like, "Dude, we got our new album out." I'm like, "That's cool. Bring me a copy." So like the next day, they showed up with a cassette.
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, I ain't got nothing to play this on." So they gave me a CD. But no,
Nice.
they're great. They're
Heck
phenomenal.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I got one more question.
Please.
If you guys could give somebody who's starting out in music, like any advice, you know, what
That's a
would
good
that be? Like, they just picked up their instrument and they want to keep doing it. What do you tell them?
And for each of you, I want to hear everyone.
No.
Yeah.
John, just start us off now.
If I had to give advice to someone, I would say if you just hear a song and you like it, just learn it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did to start out. I liked Nirvana, so I just learned all their stuff, and then, you know, I got into more complex stuff. But
Yeah.
just find a love for music and find the spot you like. You know, don't let anyone tell you what to do.
Yeah.
I think for drums, it helped me to keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
And from that, once you're able to keep time and just stay there, then you can kind of branch out and do some more expressive things.
Heck yeah.
So that's probably what I would say.
I'm a guitar teacher, and I never get asked this. Let's see. So best advice for somebody starting out.
Do you want to give them your rates? And
Promotion, man.
It's best advice I could give. If you're starting out and you really, I see a ton of kids who come to me, and you know, like I have some of them that are like obsessed with Metallica.
Yeah.
And it's awesome because they're learning like actually complex stuff, and that kind of genre of like mid 80s like heavy metal.
Yeah.
That kind of, it's really reminiscent of classical music. So
Nice.
it's like classical music electrified, which is awesome. So they're actually it's very intriguing to them, and it's more complex. And then I have some people that like to learn, like they want to learn the 4 chords,
Yeah.
buy a capo, and that's what they want. And I'm like, it's awesome. So I guess my best advice to somebody starting out: don't try and mimic other guitarists, or don't try and be another guitarist. Just don't go home and learn all your scales, and you know, have inspirations. Obviously, everybody needs those to kind of formulate stuff, but you can fall into a pit of, you know, I know a ton of like really good Steve Ray Vaughan impersonators,
Right.
and I know a lot of really good like Kirk Hammett impersonators,
Right.
But to meet somebody who, when you hear them, you go, oh, well, that's really, I know it's them who's playing. That's the next level of guitar playing.
Yeah.
Because I've only ever met a few of the greatest players of all. Like, I've only ever thought of a few of the greatest players of all time who, when I hear them, like, I know exactly who that is.
Yeah.
Like Albert King, the way he bends a string,
Mhm.
you would know it. And the
Yeah.
way with the same thing with B.B. King, Steve Ray Vaughan, kind of the same way. You know, Kirk Hammett with the open string tapping, because
Yeah.
the music is 1,000 miles per hour, and that's what he's got to do. I know that, and I know like Dave Mustaine's stuff. It's pentatonic stuff, but it's aggressive pentatonics over top of like really complex chord structures.
Right.
And basically, what I'm trying to get at is there's so many styles in the world already. Don't try to be anyone else when it comes to playing guitar. Go
Yeah.
learn scales. Go learn how to play good rhythmically, and then come up with your own stuff. And then if you find inspiration from other things, great. But just try to do your best on your own. That's how you get set apart the quickest.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for being here again. Really means a lot, y'all making the trip, and we're stoked to see y'all play in Richmond this year. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a
I
good
can't
time.
wait, man.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, this has been Will Woodford and the Double Shot. Thank you guys for watching. Cool.